to my live. I'm back to do some more taping and poking. I'm gonna do that on this Ditto first, and then after that, I'm gonna go ahead and melt this Luffy that I just finished last night. So I'll scooch him over, and we can just get started. So I'll turn it this way so you guys can still see the whole thing. And to make it easier on myself, I love this little Ditto. I did a regular one recently too. I'm pretty obsessed with, but figured I didn't need to make 2 videos of me doing the same piece, other than a few colors changed. So I thought a live would be nice for this one. If only I can. There we go, maybe. Perfect. In case you're wondering, hi, how's your day going? Hey, Jonathan, what's up? Welcome back. Okay, let's see. The last one, I started with going here rather than trying to do the outside with this long piece. I feel like it saved me some tape, so we're going to do that again. Alright, this one turned out so cute. I love the colors on it so much. When I do it, I stretch the tape out really tight before I lay it down to make sure it doesn't like dip down and touch the beads, because I've had that happen before. I hit on big pieces and it's really difficult to come back from that. You speak French? Well, hello. I don't, I'm sorry. But welcome. I don't know if there could be subtitles put on the live before it's published. But do you speak English as well? I hope everybody's having a good day. It was a little bit rainy here this morning, but now it looks pretty nice out. The sun is coming through, hoping it sticks by. So I've got a little walking to do later to go catch some Pokemon. It's community day today. Tinka-Tink is out. I probably should have made a Tinka-Tink. She's so cute. I haven't made her yet. Maybe I'll make one before my show next weekend. If any of you are from Oregon and are traveling through Salem this coming weekend, I'll be at a show with all my stuff out for sale. So come say hi if you're close by. Okay, now I just have this little bit and this guy to get to. Yeah, are you gonna come see me, Jonathan? Are you close by? Oh, also, Brazil. Oh my goodness, that's really far away. What's the weather like there right now? Nice and hot, I hope. I've had some requests to show off my nails, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to do that now. These ones are super cute. And pink lemonade. I'm pretty obsessed with them. Hello. Good morning or afternoon. Okay, now I'm gonna get to the poking. I love this clear one because I can actually see what I'm going for through the tape. I have some purple ones too, and they're a little bit more difficult to see what I'm doing, but this one's pretty perfect to navigate with. So from here, I'm just gonna poke the whole thing all the way through. The reason why I poke holes is to give the heat somewhere to escape while I'm melting it. If I don't, they have a higher chance of warping, and it's not very cute. I should have an example. Actually, I'll go grab it really fast. I'll be right back. 2 seconds. This piece is one of the first ones I did, and it's so bad. Okay, look at what happened when I melted it. It just became a hot mess, and then you can see that there's like other blowouts that happened too. Also, this is one way that I hang these up is with command strips. It works out pretty well, but yeah, anyways, you can see like it just didn't melt like I would have wanted it to. This guy was a practice run, me trying to figure this whole thing out, and yeah, I keep him hung up on my wall to remind me where I started. So yeah, I've remade him and made him look a lot nicer. So yeah, that was one of my first guys. Not very cute. I tend to not melt all the way through with these bigger ones because I don't like the look of that as much. The honey pill in your hand. Honey hand. I don't know what that means. I don't know what that means. Yeah. Pretty excited for this piece. I don't know if I have the other one close by to show you guys, but it's very much like making me think of my childhood, you know, playing Pokemon Go, or not Pokemon Go, but Pokemon, and having a lava lamp close by on my desk. Hi. Yeah, takes me back. Not trying to age myself or anything, but in case you were wondering, I did have a lava lamp when I was a child. It was very much a thing. Where is everybody watching me from? Anybody close by? Okay, now I'm going to lift the tape up for easy flipping. I like to use my tweezers for that. It just makes it easier. Probably because I have long nails and they get in the way of everything. So this one's pretty easy one to flip because it doesn't have like a bunch of stuff hanging out everywhere. But yeah, okay, so we'll just kind of go for it. There it is. Not too shabby. Get these guys out of the way. So cute. Okay, now we're gonna go ahead and melt it. I think my iron died though, so I'm gonna turn it back on. I could show you actually, so I don't know if you saw it earlier, but I'm going to be melting this Luffy as well. And I recently did a Zoro and I put it on a canvas and I really love the way it looks. I put it on just the same size canvas and I use like a metallic purple and black for the background. I'm pretty obsessed. I think it looks so good. I think I'm gonna do the same background for Luffy too. Just so that it can kind of go with the set. Okay, so now we're going to melt it, and I'll just use parchment paper. This is just Kirkland brand that I got from Costco. It works great. I can see through it just fine. And it's cheaper than getting like the Perler brand parchment paper. So anyways, oh, I have this set at 300. This is where I set this. It's just the Cricut press. I had a iron that I used for the longest time, and it started getting like heat spots in it, and so I decided to try something new, and I really great. It doesn't seem to have like heat spots on it or anything like that. So yeah, this is what I like to use. And I also use a smaller Cricut iron as well for like if I have any spots in the center of this that I need to go over again, because sometimes beads don't melt at the same pace. So I kind of like to be able to get in there with the smaller one without over melting the whole thing. Okay, that looks pretty good. I think we might be safe, potentially. Maybe a little bit more in here. Okay, now I'm gonna use this iron to lift it off so it doesn't hurt the project. And I just take the paper on the edge and I press down and I roll it up against the paper. Just to make it come off nice and smooth. And now, I got a hair on here. Let's go ahead and just take that off real quick. Nobody needs my DNA. Sorry. Anyways, here we go. There it is. Now I'm going to take the tape off and melt the other side. Luffy, I'm actually only going to melt one side of him because he's going on a canvas. I got really excited when I did the Zoro and I melted both sides, but typically I just melt one side for canvases to help keep the project flat over time, because if you melt both sides, sometimes there's chances of it kind of like not staying flat after a while. And you can always fix that by sticking it under some like heavy books or whatever, and then it'll go flat again. But when it's on a canvas, it's a little bit harder to just put it under books without it messing with like the center of the canvas. So that is one of my little tricks. I just take my little ball here. One shopper. Oh, thanks. I've had these tattoos for a long time. Weirdly enough, I kind of forget that they're there because I've had them for so long. Okay, onto the other side. Still at 300. I like to do everything when it's still hot to just make it easier on myself. Goes by faster. I take the tape off while it's still warm to avoid getting like sticky stuff on the project. You've already watched some of my other lives. I've mentioned this before, but you know, just in case this is your first time here, I'd mention it again. The Ditto's cute. I agree. Thanks, Jonathan. Okay, let's see. Here we go. What's that? There it is. I am cooking Ditto. You're right. Baked him up real good. Okay, now that that's done, I'm gonna take my handy dandy tile and I'm gonna just stick it underneath the tile and let it sit until it's nice and cool. So we'll move that over the side and we'll pull Luffy over. Okay, it's quite large. Hopefully you can see the whole thing. What do you do with the ones you make? Do you hang them on your wall? I do. I hang them on my wall, but also I sell them at Comic-Cons. I do a couple a year. I would love to be able to do it more full-time, but I also have a full-time job. So traveling all over the place and taking these with me doesn't get to happen as often as I would like, but maybe someday. Maybe someday. Okay. I always get nervous doing the big ones. Every time, even though I've been doing this for 10 years now, and it still gets me because this is it. This is the end game. There we go. I always like to start on one side, especially with the bigger ones, and get it going, because once the project starts to cool, it can start to curl, and if you just kind of go with the flow, even if it starts to curl a little bit on the side that you've already melted, it'll be fine because everything's stuck together. But if you kind of go back and forth and try to go over the whole thing, if you miss some beads in the center, or you know, some of the colors didn't melt as much as they needed to, they'll start to like pop out of place and cause a big mess. So to avoid that, you just kind of go slow. Go from one side to the other. And I just kind of check the beads as I'm doing it and make sure that one, I'm not over melting, and two, that they are fusing together. I wish I could show you what it looks like through here. I don't know if you can tell from that far away, but you can see the beads starting to touch and fuse together through the paper. I wish I could remember exactly what episode I'm on, but I think I'm somewhere close to 1,000. with One Piece right now. I'm excited to see Joy Boy. I haven't met him yet, so don't spoil it for me. I haven't got there, but hopefully soon. That'll be pretty neat to see. Once I do, I'll definitely make a piece. I typically tend to make things that obviously I like, you know, shows that I've watched or games that I've played and stuff like that. I feel like my heart is just in it more when it's things that I have enjoyed myself. And I kind of understand the character more. Is that butter paper? It's parchment paper is what I'm using. I think if you know you were to make butter, that you definitely could wrap it with parchment paper. It's so big. Let's see. Okay. I'm gonna take a closer look. I'll show you guys too as I'm looking and see if there's any pieces that look like they need to be melted more. I think down here in this red, whoop, I think down here in this red, it might need to a little bit. Remember my comment on Solo leaving? I'm sorry. Please don't be mad at me. Oh, I feel bad now. I wish I remembered it, because yeah, I don't want to forget what people are saying to me, so I'm sorry, but I don't remember that. Okay, in here I definitely need a little bit more melting. So for this, I'm going to use a smaller piece of parchment paper so it's not so in the way. And I'll use my smaller iron, this one, the little mini Cricut one, to just get into those spots so that I'm not over melting the beads that are melted together good enough. I think his face looks really, really good, and his hat looks really good, so I think we're almost done. Next is mine, please. What is it that you were wanting? I have quite a list that I've been working on trying to get stuff done. And I have a little stack of stuff over here too that I still need to mount. I still have Mikasa to mount. I have the gum fruit to melt. What else? A few other things. I might do another just like pop in live again later today if I have time to melt some more stuff. I think that looks pretty good. Unless you guys want me to melt one more thing, I could stay and melt one more if you guys want me to. Does it smell like burning plastic? It doesn't actually. It doesn't have any smell when I'm melting it, which is kind of nice, because I think if it was stinky, I'd have a problem with it. Here he is. Let me grab Zoro too, so you can see them together. Ta-da! Except for Lucy. Luffy's gonna be this way, or Lucy, so it'll be like this once he's done. So pretty exciting. Okay, I'm gonna take that tape off of him now before he cools down too much. Okay, that looks fine. The little corner piece made me nervous. Go kind of slow and watch the beads as you're doing it. See if any of them kind of lift so you can catch it before it's too late. Because you can still fix it. If I have to fix it, I'll just like, sometimes I'll cut off a piece of this tape so that I can use it to remelt. Oh yeah, see, I waited a little too long and already there's like some of the tape goo on my piece. Let's see, let's scratch them down. Did you guys want me to melt one more? What drew you into this? My kids brought some beads home one day, and I was like, oh, that looks fun, I want to do it. And so I did, and then I had a friend that offered to pay me to make a 5-foot mecha dragon, and I was feeling brave, and so I decided to do it, and I made it, and I've been hooked ever since. Yeah, I learned a lot of lessons making that dragon and everything. So yeah, that's what did it. It was my kids and kind of a dare. It was kind of a dare that got me into it. So now there's no looking back. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and put him under some tiles now to keep him nice and flat. I should probably scooch him forward just a little bit. And yeah, is this it? Am I all done? No more melting? I haven't gotten any requests to continue, so that's it. Then I'll be done for the day. I have this gum fruit still. I have mudkip still, and I have Clefairy. Most expensive one you've sold? That would actually be the Mecha Dragon. That one sold for quite a lot. Yeah, it did really well. So I haven't sold one more expensive than that since. But yeah, I wouldn't mind making another big project like that again. It definitely takes me some time when I get the bigger ones because they make me very nervous. So yeah. Okay, well, I think that's it for today. Thanks everybody for coming and stopping by and saying hi. And yeah, I'll be back soon to melt some more.